Hey, I hope you're having a great week. This coming Sunday, we're going to continue our series about our attitudes. Now, the title of the series is Change My Attitude. And I told you this last Sunday, I got the idea for this series from a book by James MacDonald, pastor up in Chicago. Now, the title of his book is Lord, Change My Attitude Before It's Too Late. And several of you came up afterwards, said you're going to get a copy of it. I encourage you to do that. It's a great book with some great teachings, and we're taking this series right straight out of that book. The 5 attitudes we're talking about, the wilderness attitudes, come from Numbers chapters 11 through 16, and then we find our promised land attitude, the positive attitude, out of the New Testament. Now, this coming Sunday, we're going to talk about an attitude of criticism. Now, the first week, we talked about complaining. You know, complaining is really about something that happens in our life. Criticism, though, is always directed towards somebody. And so this coming Sunday, we'll see how the Israelites criticized Moses. As a matter of fact, it was his brother and sister, Miriam and Aaron, who criticized Moses, and how God was not happy with their criticism. I don't think he's happy with our criticism either. But we'll talk about how do we take that attitude and remove it from our lives and replace it instead with the attitude that we find in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, an attitude of love. And so we're going to talk about how do we love people with the love that God has for us, agape kind of love. So we'll continue that this week. Got 2 more weeks of that, but I encourage you to get a copy of James MacDonald's book and read it. There's a whole lot more in there than we can share on Sunday mornings, and I think it'll help you with your attitude. So the rest of this week, have a great attitude, and we'll see you on Sunday morning as we worship together and fellowship together and study God's Word together.